Now. Hey everyone, I'm so excited for this call. This is, this week 3 already for the Diamond Catchers group. Julia Miller is our speaker tonight. She is a Success Club 10 All-Star. She is so close to being a legend for Success Club 10, which is incredible. That means she has hit Success Club 10 for almost 24 months in a row. Like, that's insane. She is a 1-star diamond with 2 lifetime diamonds, and her team is ranked number 350 in the company out of, like, how many do we have now? Like 500,000, like something crazy coaches. So she's incredible, and she's speaking over how to turn your challengers into coaches and social media. And so I'm so excited to have her. We actually met at Summit. We were both walking on, on the field together, and we just kind of clicked. And so I'm just so excited to have her here and to speak to you all. And I hope that you are as excited as I am. I know you are. So I will let you take it away, and I will be quiet, and I will not interrupt.
All right. Awesome. Well, I'm super, super excited to be here with you guys. This is exactly what I need right now, is to just dive into work, and I'm so excited to help all of you guys. I've had a crazy life, and I'm going to kind of touch on it a little bit as I go through everything that I have prepped for you, because I'm going to kind of talk about pushing through struggles and stuff too. So I'm going to kind of start off with social media and how we can run our social media to grow our businesses huge. Like, guys, your business, I know you've heard this before, but it is all about your social media. You just have to be crazy with it. So I always talk about consistency when I do this call first. And I know you've all heard this before, but food, you got to do your healthy food posts, your workout posts, your coach posts, all that kind of stuff. But you need to think about, are you touching on what you do on your social media and sharing your story enough? Because that is your story, and the fact that somebody out there only clicks with you. They're going to they could look at my story and look at your story and be like, I have nothing in common with Julia. I don't even like her, and end up picking you. So that is why it's so important to think about how you're running your social media. You don't want to try to do it all. And what I mean by that is, what is your strong suit? After you get off this call tonight, think about what you think it is that makes you rock as a coach. And it's not going to be everything, guys. It's either going to be how you run your challenge groups, or it's going to be the fact that you are a super crazy workout nut. That's my thing, is like, I'm all about the workouts. I'm all about the ab selfies. That's my jam. Do I make really healthy meals? Like, I make the same healthy meals every day. Like, I eat the same thing for breakfast every day, and this same thing for lunch every day, and like pretty much chicken and sweet potatoes for dinner every day. So I don't really share a lot about what I'm eating, because people would be like, your life sucks. You eat the same crappy stuff, and I don't want to be in your challenge group. Because what they don't realize is that they can go and cook all they want. I just choose not to. So I have a coach on my team, one of my first diamond, who is the opposite. She's like constantly making like black bean brownies and awesome stuff that I don't do. And if you were to look at her Facebook, you'd be like, I want to eat this computer. But it's like, that's her strong suit, and that's not mine. And she rocks it, and she gets her challengers because people want to learn how to cook like her and eat like her. And I get my challengers because people want to know how to work out like me and have ab selfies like mine. I don't know. I don't know why I get challengers. But you and your social media are what's most valuable to your business. They're completely free, guys. They're completely free. And they're so easy to figure out. So there's literally like no excuse for you to not be like one of the next top coaches, because come on. All you have to do is hammer out how you're going to grow them. That's it. But you have to be able to make your social media appeal to them so that they start coming to you. That's one of my favorite things to focus on, is that, like, if I don't get a lot of people messaging me, asking me to be in my challenge group, and I feel like I'm having to do a ton of inviting one month, I look back at my last month's posts, and I can usually pretty much always see that, like, ooh, wow, yeah, I didn't share my story hardly at all. I didn't do any progress photos. There's like one ab selfie in 30 days. Like, and I can see what I didn't do, because if I do all those things, I will have messages coming in being like, you know, tell me about your group, tell me about what you're doing. And I don't feel the pressure. It's not that I don't do my power hour and I don't invite, I still do, but I don't feel like my whole month is relying on it either. You know? So, and that's a good feeling to have. It's a good feeling. My goal is to be at Success Club 10 by the first week every month. And if I'm not, I start stressing. I don't know about you guys, but it's like I get sweaty because I want to be at Success Club 10. So, you know, like this month, my goal was to be at Success Club 20, and I just hit that yesterday and broke it and went above it today. But that's because I was at Success Club 10 in the first week. So I was able to do that. And that's what we're going to kind of focus on, is how I do that. So these tools, knowing all this stuff, is going to help you crush your business and make people come to you. So getting real and down and dirty with your story. I see these posts that are like, you know, I got my workout in, did you? Well, that's great. And if you did this, if you do that, that's fine. Don't think that I'm bashing what you do at all. We've all done different things on our social medias that work and that don't. But to me, it's like somebody might see a post like that, you know, I got my workout in, did you? And be kind of like jealous because maybe they work 2-3 jobs a day and they can't get a workout in, or they think they can't. Or maybe they're angry because they didn't get their workout in today and they wanted to. And, you know, it can give them, you know, negative emotions. Whereas if you share that you got your workout in with the same workout picture, you know, the same sweaty selfie, but talk about why you did that workout, what it did for you, you know, sharing, touching on your story and, you know, how you've overcome an eating disorder, or how, you know, maybe you were 124 pounds in high school and you're 124 pounds now, but you were, you know, the stick skinny, self-conscious kind of 124 then, and now you're the toned muscular because you work out. Whatever your story may be, it's the same message. You got your workout in. But by digging deep and sharing something personal about you, you give people the opportunity to get involved in what you're saying. A lot of times when we do these, you know, we're afraid to dig deep in our story. So we do these cute little like, hey, sweaty selfie with like the cute little, my favorite one is this one, the little brunette. And then we wonder why we get like 20 likes on it. And it's because it doesn't pull anybody's heartstrings, guys. You got to be pulling at heartstrings and getting people to really be caring about what you're sharing. So kind of touching on me a little bit, my biggest struggle lately has been that I'm going through like a hella divorce, okay? Like a hella one. And I did not want to share my story. I stopped sharing my story because like my story used to be really easy to share. It was like a cute little glamorous story, I felt like. And now it's like dark and scary and hard and whatever. So I stopped and my business went way down. I mean, I still hit Success Club 10 the last however months I've been doing this, but barely. And usually I'm like a Success Club 20, Success Club 30 person. And I was like barely hitting Success Club 10. So I looked back at it and I'm not sharing my story. Well, the last couple weeks I've been sharing it, even though, you know, if you guys want to find me on Facebook, Julie Miller, follow me. You'll see that I post about my struggles and like what's been going on in that whole department of what happened in my marriage. And it's crazy how much my business has picked back up because people want to know you, and that's why they want to work with you. So sharing all of your story, even if you think it's too personal for Facebook, or even if you think it's too sad for Facebook. I know a lot of times us as coaches want to seem like happy, upbeat, smiley, perfect people, but that's not relatable. That's just not relatable. So you need to share everything that's going on in your life in order for people to be like, God, I like her. Like, I want to work with her, you know? Another thing is being constant. So like I said, I felt like I didn't have anything to share about because I was struggling. So I stopped posting. I mean, I think there was like a week I did not post on Facebook, guys, which is like, and I'm sure you all relate. But I love that magazine story. I think it was Bonnie Engel who told it, you know, where if you go down to the same corner every day to get the People's Magazine, that has all the same articles as all the other magazines, and you get down there and one day it's not there, you're just kind of like, oh, that's weird. It's usually here every Monday. Well, then the next Monday when you go down to get it, it's not there again. And again, you're like, okay, well, something's going on. Well, the third time that you go down there and the People's Magazine's not in the corner, you're going to pick up a different magazine that has the same articles. The same. We're all posting about the same shakes. We're all posting about the same coach life. We're all posting about the same team calls. Every team has calls. We're all posting about the same 21-day fix extreme. Like, you would grab a different magazine and then that would be your new magazine. Well, don't do that. Be consistent and make sure that you're constant in people's lives, because they will replace you with somebody who's constant. People want somebody to depend on, and if you're not dependable, they will replace you. Something that I saw on a training today was that there was 3 superstars. Like, I think it was, who was it? It was like Beyonce and Taylor Swift and one other cute one, Gwen Stefani. And they're like, all 3 of them are famous, right? And this person looked at what the top 2 Google searches are about those people that they all have in common. And what they were was, people are wondering, number 1, what do they watch on TV? And number 2, what do they wear to the grocery store? Okay, guys, those are like the 2 most basic things that like every freaking human does. So if that doesn't tell you that people are looking for what they can relate to with you, then I don't know what will. Because if what we're wondering about Beyonce is what she wears to the grocery store, like, Beyonce is way more famous than we are. Like, let's get real. At least me. I don't know. So it's like, you have to be thinking about what you're doing every day that you can just make so relatable to everybody, so that they can see that if you can do that workout, why couldn't they? If you can run a team call, why couldn't they? You're not Beyonce, and you go to the grocery store. I don't know what else to say about that. That just like blew my mind. So don't be obsessed with being interesting or like other coaches. Be obsessed with being relatable to yourself. Think about who you were when you started coaching. That's what I think about every time I make a post. Every single time I think about who I was when I started coaching. And I think about the BFF rule with your posts. This is another big one. Read it out loud. If you sound like me, or you sound like Bonnie, or you sound like anybody else other than you need to redo it. Because then when that person decides to start working with you and they start talking to you and it doesn't match up to what your posts sounded like, that's why they fade. That's why they distance. They found a connection with your posts and all of a sudden you were totally different. Those aren't the people you want to attract. And let's be real here. Yeah, you want challengers, but you're not trying to attract challengers. You're trying to attract your tribe. You want those challengers to turn to coaches. We all do. So that's why if you're reading your post out loud and it's not 100% authentic to you, don't post it. Another thing that I did when I started coaching was I sat down and I made a list with a notebook. And I made a list, and this is a good thing for you guys to think about if you feel like you struggle with like running out of inspirational stuff to say or that kind of thing. I made a list about what makes me me. So that's easy, right? At the time I was like stepmom, mom, you're a breastfeeding mom, whatever you may be, sister, auntie, all that stuff. I also made a list of what sets me apart. So that's like your little weird things about you. Like, are you afraid of the dark, even though you're a grown woman? Like, are you obsessed with pink unicorns? I don't know what makes you you, but there's got to be super cute, adorable things about each and every one of you, because that's the beauty of being human. So make a list of what sets you apart. Another one is, what problems did Beachbody solve for you? Another one is, what makes you laugh? And another one is, what were you looking for when you found Beachbody? Okay. You should have like a list of like 300 things, okay? If you sit down and really work at this. I mean, that's a lot. A lot of things make you laugh. You were looking for a lot of things when you found Beachbody. I know for me, it was like I was a stay-at-home mom. I felt like I didn't contribute. I felt me and Jackson's father didn't work out. So all of a sudden I was on my own. Well, I dropped out of college, pregnant, guys. I didn't have a clue what I was going to do. I was working mornings, personal training clients. I was working 8 to 5 at a dental office that I freaking hated. Oh my God, they were the worst people to work for ever. Psychos. And then I was working at night bartending. I never saw my kid. My kid was 1. I never, ever saw him. I had just stopped nursing too. So it was like I went from being like literally I had like a kid dangling from my nipple to never seeing him. And I could not do it. And Beachbody got presented to me by my coach. And I just was like, okay, this is what I've been looking for. Something for me to believe in. Something for me to put on me. That if I can't make it work, I have nobody else to blame but myself. And I did. I made it work. So what you should be able to go on and on and on with lists. And when you're feeling like, what the heck do I post about today on this rainy day that my boyfriend and I got in a fight this morning and I have a zit on my forehead and you go on and on and on, you don't know what to post about. You can look in this notebook and you know that you have things that are completely yours. You're being completely authentic because all these lists are of you. And B, I forgot what B was, but the A one's good. So sharing versus telling. So, I already talked about this. So like, did you get your workout or I got my workout in, did you? Versus why your workout helped you, digging deeper in your posts and your story. We already talked about that. But the next thing I want to talk about is auditing your page. So going back through your page, making sure that you have every single day 3 to 5 posts, at least 1 coach post a day, and at least 1 post about your vitals a day, okay? And in one scroll, like in one of my thumb, I should be able to tell A, that you're a coach, B, see your face. I am so sick of looking at these coaches where all I see is like food and recipes and like Pinterest stock photos. Dear God, take the quote from Pinterest, but like do a layover or something, okay? Because everybody wants to see you. I should know something about you. Like I should either know you're married or that you have a kid or that you have a dog or that you are obsessed with unicorns, whatever it may be. And I can tell that you have something I can join. And this is one that I stress huge to my coaches, guys. They are not responsible for knowing what you offer. It is not everybody else's job to understand how Beachbody works, okay? If you're following, let's say you follow Jennifer Aniston on Facebook, okay? You don't just like watch her life and then shoot her a message and be like, hey, what you do looks really cool. Can I be in your next movie? No, you can't. Like that's not how it works. You don't do that. Well, a lot of times with coaches, I see that, yes, you have a great life. Wow. Okay. Yes, you have to get to stay home. That doesn't mean I get to, they don't get that anybody can join you. They don't get that anybody can join your challenge group. You see fitness people all over online now who are doing training with people face-to-face or special one-on-one, whatever. They only take 5 spots a month or whatever. So people have to know that you have a group that's open for anybody that wants to be in it. And this is what they need to do to be in it. But it's not their job to know. It's your job to make it clear that you're not, Jennifer Aniston or whatever in a movie and that anybody can do what you're doing. I learned this the hard way. I have probably when I first started coaching, when I first hit Diamond, I probably got 3 or 4 different messages from people in the span of 2 months telling me, I just want to let you know that you're so inspiring and you're so amazing and blah, blah, blah. I love all your posts. And it was because of you, I decided to become a Beachbody coach. What? What? Why? So whose team are you on? If you're so obsessed with me and you're so inspired by me and I'm the reason you became a coach, what the hell, coach? What the hell team were you on? And so I finally got up the courage, on the 4th one, I was like, can I ask why you're not on my team then? And they said, well, to be honest, I had no idea that Beachbody, anybody could just join anybody's team at any time. She said, I was following you forever and I really liked all your stuff. Oh, and at this time I was making the mistake of liking other coaches' things. I hope none of you are doing that. I only like coaches on my team stuff and yours because we met at Summit. But I at this time was liking other coaches' stuff. So one of them found Hannah GB from one of my likes. And then she had one of those now opening 5 spots, like those big opening 5 spots for new coaches on my team. And so they jumped on with her because they didn't realize that they could just join with me anytime, even though I didn't have a big help wanted sign up on my page. So I learned that the hard way, that you really have to make it clear to people that you are hiring at any second of any day. Okay, so I wanted to share that with you. And then, okay, so now you've got challengers, right? You're rocking your social media. People are just flocking, okay? You're at like Success Club 100. Now you want to make them all coaches. How do you do this? So I have a bunch of stuff that I do in my challenge groups, and I have a very, very, very high success rate of challengers converting to coaches. So challenge groups. 1, success partners in the group, okay? Pairing up people in your challenge group to hold each other accountable. So now, not only do you have to be keeping such an eye on everybody, but they're coaching each other too. They're already coaching. The next thing that I do is I have a video of my expectations that I upload into every challenge group that I do. So what I've actually started doing is like people get added into a challenge group. I put this video up and it basically says, I put a lot of time and effort into these groups. Weight loss and stuff like that is a very sensitive subject for everybody. And people don't like flies on the wall. It does not make them feel comfortable. So just because you bought a challenge pack, no longer in my groups does that mean that you have the right to be in my challenge group. I have changed that. You can buy a challenge pack, but I'm only going to let you be in the challenge group if you agree to not be a fly on the wall and participate. And I share my expectations, commenting on other people's things. When they're having struggles, giving them positive feedback and positive words, sharing that they did their Shakeology and their workouts, all that kind of stuff, sharing recipes that they try. You have to be involved in the group because I don't want you being a fly on the wall and watching my other challengers and making them feel uncomfortable. I put this in during the lead up week and I say, if you're in, if you agree to this, comment I'm in. If I don't see an I'm in, you're getting removed. That's how I roll. The next thing that I do is lead up videos, not posts. So if you're still doing like the 5-day or 7-day or whatever it is, like lead up week, I've condensed those into 3 different Facebook or 3 different YouTube videos for lead up week. And I found that this has made everybody so much more involved in the lead up week and everybody's so much more excited to just rock their group. And obviously the more rocking your group is, the more people want to continue. So either if they're totally against coaching, they're at least going to continue and be a discount coach because who doesn't want to save money? Or B, they're going to end up coaching. The next thing that we have been doing is going live with our posts every single day when it was still on Facebook. Now it's a lot of work because if you're using the app, you have to like make a video, upload to YouTube, put the YouTube link into your app. I really hope they do a go live feature in there soon. But doing your daily post like live was really, really cool. And then also obviously typing something up and like, of course you're sharing your recipes, you're sharing your food, you're sharing your workouts, all that normal jazz. Competitions within your group. And what I do them for is for the people who are being most supportive of others. So the people who are coaching the most within my group get prizes. And that has really picked up the momentum. And just that with the fact that they're already coaching somebody in the group, I'm basically by the end of a group, I'm able to be like, dude, you just coached. Like you coached Laura this entire time, because usually they're just afraid. They're afraid that they couldn't do what you do. And when they realize that, sometimes I'm like, you did it better than I did. Like you were way more supportive than I ever would have been. Like you're awesome. And then that really helps ease their fears. I also ask for permission from my challengers to shout them out on Facebook during their challenge group, not for their weight loss, but for their supportiveness of other people. Like I'll literally do a post and talk about how I'm feeling blessed because I get to work like amongst and help all these people who are so amazing. And I get to meet so many cool people that I would never talk to, like the sweetie Laura in my group who helped, whoever that was feeling sad because they had a cheat meal when they didn't want to and they were feeling really defeated. And, Laura said this and this and this. And I love being part of something that, we lift each other up instead of tear each other down in such a bitchy community that we all belong in. Not our community, but world. You know what I'm talking about. So that is huge because my posts will get a ton. I've been rocking Facebook for a long time now. So like my posts get a lot of traction. So I'll post something like that. And like a ton of people that don't even know the person will be like, what a gem, blah, 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 blah. And then they feel, like a proud little coach, right? So that is the stuff that I do to really make sure that they for sure convert over to coaching. And I really do. Like out of 10 challengers, like 8 of them will switch to coaching. And of those 8, like 6 will be like working the business and 2 will be discount. So
hey, Julia, we had a couple of questions about the week before what you do in the group. I know I have a few coach friends who do open the group a week before and it's just an introductory. So can you just explain to them what that week is?
Yeah, like lead up week?
Yeah.
Yeah. So lead up week is just like, I don't even remember what it was like when it was a whole week because I've been doing this for so long, but I think it's like it would start the Monday before your group starts. And there was like a post every day to get them ready. So like one day would talk about like nutrition and, what you expect from them and clearing out their cupboard, that kind of thing. The next one would be like making sure that you have a spot ready in your house to do your workout and all set up. And like that, there'd be like a different thing for every day. So now having condensed them into the videos, I just do 3. I do a Friday, a Saturday, and a Sunday. And this is also where you talk about making sure they do like their before pictures and their before weight and measurements. And what else do we talk about? So the food, the workout space, one day I talk about scheduling your workouts like an appointment. And I talk about how, if you had a doctor's appointment or nail appointment, you wouldn't cancel it. So like go in your planner or whatever it is you use or go in your phone and set your alarms and treat this like an appointment. If you had a coffee date with me, you wouldn't just blow me off, right? I hope. So like that's what you treat it as. Okay, so the videos that you are in the videos in the group leading up. Yeah, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then the group actually kicks off on Monday. And then are your videos explaining the group concept that's in the group the week before? What is the content of these videos? Yeah, so I just talked about that. So yeah, and that's basically everything that I had. I hope it was informative.
Super awesome. Like seriously, we can get so caught up in wanting to have this perception of having a really great life and not letting people know what you really struggle with other than, I struggle with wanting a brownie. Like, okay, all of us want a brownie, but like, what are some really deep things in your life that you're going through that people, not that they want to know because they're nosy, but people want to know that they're normal and like that you're normal. Mm-hmm. And, I just love that. And, so
I got a comment today on one of my big posts about Jackson and I and stuff was somebody commented and said somebody amazing helps somebody else when they're struggling. Because people struggling focus on themselves. And then it's like for you to be struggling and crying and out of your element and whatever's going on, but be putting so much time and effort in helping other people. And that's what people will connect with. Like people see that. They've been following it long enough that they see, I didn't just quit. I didn't just stop. I still am doing all of that same stuff, but they also know I'm going through a hard time. And it's just important for you to be sharing that kind of stuff too, to make you so different from everybody else that's out there, because there are so many. Social media is so saturated with us at this point that it really is like not a competition, but it's like you have to be true to you in order to find people that are going to vibe with you.
Something I really struggled with when I first started coaching was I was like, I don't want my family to see me talk about this, like my struggles, because people who are closest to you, like family, you don't want them to know things you struggle with. Like, I feel like I would rather strangers know what I struggle with than like my close family. So
Right.
that was something I really had to get over was, oh, my mom's going to see this and she's going to text me and want to talk about it. And like, you just have to get past that and know that like, okay, that may be an awkward conversation, but think of how many people you could be helping by just allowing yourself to open up about it. So that was something that I struggled with that I had to get over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Does anybody else have any questions about anything? Or comments or anything? I'm looking to see who's on. Oh, I see some of my faces.
Yeah, that was such an awesome call. And like, I so appreciate you doing it. And
Yeah.
I love seeing your face and hearing your voice on real time.
I know. I'm so glad that we met at Summit.
I know.
I'm going to have to message you and ask you to host one of our team calls now coming up in the next month or so.
Of course. And this is one reason, you guys, that you need to go to Summit. Like, you make so many connections. You meet so many incredible people. Yay! We can't wait for Summit either. And seriously, like, I would never, ever, well, I can't say never, but I really doubt I would have ever met Julia if it hadn't have been for Summit. And it's like, that's what I love about this company too is, I mean, we're all on a big team together, Team Beachbody. It's not her team against our team. Like, we're working together, we're building each other up, and that's what it's all about. So thank you again for doing it. And
yeah, you're welcome. I hope that you guys all took away a lot of tidbits and grow your business and change your groups a little bit and evaluate your Facebooks and make sure that you're on point for your goals.
Yes. Thank you so much. And if there's no other questions, then I'll let everyone go.
All right.
I'll see you later. Thanks, girl.
Bye.
Bye.